Hi, lovely humans! As we're getting closer to the end of the year, I'm reflecting on the past couple of years, which have been pretty hard, mainly because I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. Today I will be painting myself. Throughout this disease, my face has changed so much, and sometimes I really couldn't recognize myself through it. It's sometimes just such a shock for me to see what I look like when other people send me pictures or videos of what I look like now, and I look back at old pictures. So this is my pain to carry, and I really want to alchemize this pain into expression, into connection to myself. I am observing more and more that the happiest people with the most peace are not the ones that never go through stuff, but the difference is they alchemize their pain into meaning and connection. One example of this would be Frida Kahlo, who was put on bed rest for a really long time as a child due to a disease, and then later had an accident. So she painted a lot about her body, reflecting on herself, who she is, and I think her art obviously speaks for herself. I did live drawing from a very young age, and the models that we would paint that would stand naked in front of us were never the Western beauty standard. They were elderly models, very often models with wrinkles, models of all sizes and colors, and not once did I think that body isn't beautiful. No, I love to sketch wrinkles and love handles, cellulite, and all of the things that patriarchy makes us think is ugly, or the beauty standard, the Western beauty standard. It's exactly what painters are excited to draw and to paint. It just becomes art. It's such beautiful nature. It doesn't have to fit in any type of frame. It just is. I want to realize through this painting session and through this disease that my body and even my being are so fluent, and they change all of the time throughout my life, and especially as a woman, we change even throughout every month. So that's the lesson I choose to take away from this disease. I got some beautiful new oil colors. This is the current state I'm in. Don't mind the eyes. I couldn't paint because everything was wet there, so it needs to dry a bit, but so far so good. You know, it's super important to also take breaks when you feel that you are no longer focused and you're not painting in a way that you feel like you're progressing anymore. So that just means take a break, make a coffee, go for a walk. Towards the end of the year, I always like to declutter my life, whether it's my home, my digital life, and even my ideas. This is something new that I want to start this year. I think a lot of you can relate when we have so many ideas and so many creative thoughts that we want to do and we never execute them, and that kind of takes up a lot of space in my mind. So I really want to declutter before the end of the year and just practice. So this was one of these projects. I started this about a year ago. I tried painting a portrait of myself and it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I painted over that, and it was in my atelier for such a long time, untouched, and now I am going in there again. And if this doesn't turn out the way I thought it would in my head, it was just one practicing piece closer to at some point being able to execute exactly what I'm imagining and declutter this idea. I could always work on a painting 2 weeks more, and there's so much that I could correct, but I'm leaving it this way because I've made the mistake many times that I worked on it on top of it and then it actually got worse. So instead I will actually just take the lessons from this one and do some studies. I actually think it's a good result for, you know, painting on this for 2-3 days. It's a really good result, and it's just about decluttering ideas and practicing. This is the result of my self-portrait, and I'm actually quite happy with it for just 2 days of focused painting. I think, of course, there's so much space to always improve, but I'm also learning to just see every piece as a practicing piece. Nothing has to be my master's work yet. So this was just a fun exercise and a decluttered idea, so we can move on to the next one. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. See you soon. Ciao.